Hello, traders, and welcome to TradingWithBill.com. It's a Monday. It's 7:47 a.m. here in Pattaya, Thailand, which would be actually it'd be now we have a time change in the U.S., so it would be 20:47 on a Sunday night in Wall Street. Traders, great to be with you. Pumping down the coffee and really good stuff. Had a great weekend, very relaxing. I sort of got a little sick yesterday. It's like it gets hot and then it gets really cold. Then it gets hot and it gets really cold. And I think my body just said, hey, enough. And I was under the weather yesterday, but I feel good this morning. My head feels like it's going to blow up my top of my shoulders, but that's okay. But we're doing okay. So anyhow, thank you so much to my good friend Andrew helping me out with the lighting issue, and it looks to be really doing well. In fact, it's doing so well, I ordered one of these lights. Unfortunately, it takes 3 weeks to get here. But thank you to Andrew for helping me with the lighting issue. He is a professional filmmaker, so I'm borrowing his light, and it worked. It's so much better than that light I was using before, trust me. So anyhow, we're pumping down the coffee. And I'm talking a lot because there's nothing as far as data today. There's no data today. We're talking about Japan had BSI large manufacturing. I have no idea what that's at, but it came out bad. It came out 2.9 versus 10.3, so that was not a good number. There's nothing for the rest of the day, my friends. Absolutely nothing. Just nothing. So let's just take a peek on what's going on. So so now we're a 11-hour difference between us and the U.S. and Thailand. So yeah. So tomorrow we have RBA Assistant Governor Bullock speaks, and home loans comes out tomorrow. NAB Business Confidence comes out tomorrow, all before 7:30 a.m. in the morning, Thailand time. So we have some data coming out in Asia tomorrow, and we'll take a look at that. Let's take a look at the futures. S&P 500 futures is currently plus 0.30%. Nasdaq futures is plus 0.42%. Dow is up 1.77% with the S&P VIX negative 11.49%. The DAX is down 0.07%. And the U.S. dollar index still above 90. Thank you, dollar. But it's looking like it's going to hit a little downside here. It's at negative 0.02%. Let's take a look at oil and gold. So gold is still below the 133 level, so it's at $1,322.10 as I speak. Crude WTI is at 62.20. Brent is still at 65.70. Oil is just not moving a lot. It's just hanging out there, just doing its thing. It's really not doing a lot, so nothing really to talk about there. But I'm happy to say U.S. coffee is negative 0.04%. All right, my friends, let's get to the charts. No data today, folks. No data today. It's a technical day, and I like technical days. I don't have a problem with technical days. So let's do it. Let's get to the charts. We're going to take a look at the euro dollar. So this was a beautiful move to the downside. Now, I got to tell you, all the yabba yabba jabba jabba in the media and all that stuff was that these job numbers weren't going to hold up, and it was basically a setup. And well, guess what? It wasn't a setup, and the job numbers came in really high, really good. Unemployment rate did not go down. They were expecting it to go down 1 point. It didn't go down. It's still the same. But it came out with a high number, right? What was it, 133, I think? So anyhow, it came out with a good number, and here we are with the with this, my friends. And I mean, this is a sweet trade here, right? Now, if you wanted to do this, you just take it right from there. But we're gonna fib it. Just take a look at it. Let's take a fib. Right? Just take a little fib there. There we go. And right, so look at that, 618. Right, what was I was talking about? So with the 618, we'll look to short this at 123.70. We'll look to short this. Now, there is nothing left of the chart here. This is a really nice, clean chart, and there's not a lot of Forex junk, as I call it. So this is a nice move. Let's see if we can get a pullback here to the 618 or the 50, the 50% fib. and we'll sell it. I like the trade. There's really nothing that's going to motivate it except for technicals. Now, if the dollar index or the dollar gets weak, this will help the trade. If it doesn't, we could end up sideways for the next 24 hours. You know, that's a possibility. Let's take a look at what's going on my other charts. Let's take a look at the Aussie. We got an uptick here on the Aussie. Let's take a look. AUDUSD. There we go. Yeah, look at this uptick. So this was probably over that news I just talked about, and that's probably why this took an uptick. So we're only into this session. Like this up move, of course, is from NFP, all these green candles, because we were sideways at the beginning of Asia, and now we're in this up move. This just tells me this is a great opportunity to sell, right? This is a good opportunity to sell this. You know, I've been bearish in the Aussie for years, and it's helped my account. So we'll just wait. You know, there's nothing to do here. We're just going to wait, but my bias is bearish. I want to see somewhat of a move to the, right? I want to take this to the downside. So we just put a little trend line here, right? That's a nice three-touch trend line. And see if it breaks below that trend line, and then we'll take it to the downside. I think that's a good move here. I think it's a very good move. And we'll just watch it, right? All right, dollar yen is really sideways. Nothing to talk about there. Let's take a look at our good friend, the Euro Aussie. You know that's like one of my favorite. So here's the Euro Aussie, just absolutely taking it to the downside here. Now we just did the Aussie, so you saw that the Aussie was strong, so we would expect to see what we're seeing here on the chart. Again, you know, the problem here is we don't have two to the right and two to the left. Well, somewhat maybe come not, right? But we'll just basically just fib that to there. So we do have two to the right and two to the left. That's good. And again, we're just looking for this to give us a pullback. And I would hope that it gets to the 38.2, and we can get in there at 57.60. We'd look to get in there. Listen, if it gets up to 57.80, that would be even nicer, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this level is fine. 60, it's a good level to take it, and we'll short it. Now, remember, my friends, we're not going to short here. This is an aggressive down move. We're not going to short here, right? This trade's already left the dock. The boat's gone. We got to wait for an entry here, and there's no entry. Don't short it here. We don't short at support, right? Remember, we sell at support, or we buy at support, and we sell at resistance. So we want this to come up to a fib level, 38.2, that's resistance, and we'll sell it. We don't, you know, we're not going to take this to the downside at this level. It's already extended itself. If it goes down another 50 pips, who cares? I'm going to wait for it to come to my entry, right? So important, right? All right, let's take a look at another one of my friends. They're all my friends, by the way. They're all my friends. Take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Now, this trade is, oh, excuse me. This trade is moving to the downside, but you can see, my friends, this is really to a level here that is an absolutely, right? This is absolutely that's a support level. So this is probably going to bounce here. So I'm not going to do nothing with this. Absolutely nothing. There's a lot of Forex junk left to this chart. Probably the only thing you might want to do is we can do a trend line, right? Three-touch trend line there, and we can sell it. I don't like the trade, by the way. I don't like this at all. There's just way too much stuff left to the chart. You got all these levels that are coming in, and it just doesn't look healthy, especially on a Monday with no data to help it move along. And unless the dollar really kicks in here and takes off, there's really nothing to do here, my friends. Nothing to do at all. Just leave it alone. Absolutely leave it alone. Let's let me just take a peek here. Let's see if we can find some other stuff here. So the pound yen, another one of my friends to trade. Again, we're basically in the same situation here. We're coming down to these levels. So we want to see this pull back up to the upside. You know what? Come back up there, my friend. 148.50, the 50 level. You know I like 50s. You know, let this come back up here. We'll sell it. I don't want to sell here. I don't want to sell at current price. If you look at this, we can actually stick, right. So if you put this here, right, we got a range there, and then right, and here's another one right there, and of course this is the final one right here. So you get these moves here, and so we're in the middle of this range, this move here. So we want this to either, it's gonna have to pull up. We got a lot of stuff here, my friends. A lot of stuff here. We want this to pull back up, bring it on up to that 148.50 area, and we'll sell it. We'll sell it, right? Nothing to do here. We'd be patient. We're gonna wait until we get our entry. There's nothing to do. Nothing to do here. Yeah, it's a Monday, and it's okay. It's all right. So, like I said, there's not much to talk about today, and we're just looking around. I'm looking at my other screen where I have all my charts up. Really nothing to do. It might be just a sideways day today. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'll be at my charts all day, that's for sure. So traders, you know what time it is? Yeah, it's time for the ugly or the pretty. We're talking about the dollar index. There we go. Dollar index sideways. I'm glad it's above 90. Just needed to bump up there. I wanted to get to that 90.50 area, 90.40 area. That would be really nice. Just need this to keep moving to the upside on the dollar index. We'll see what happens today with the dollar. You know, I don't trade the dollar index, but I sure use it as a tool and a guide of how I'm going to trade the dollar pairs, right? So if you keep the dollar index up, if you're trading the euro dollar, what you want to do is you want to have a dollar index up and a euro index up side by side on one of your screens, and you can see what's strong and what's weak, and you can trade it from that. It works out really nice. Traders, thank you so much for being with me on a Monday. Looking forward to this week. It should be a lot of fun. Traders, always remember to trade smart, not hard. Drink some coffee. Have a great day. See you tomorrow morning in Asia. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.